All right, True Detective season 2. We didn't do a episode by episode or a little bit because what happened?
A lot happened,
A
but
lot.
it's so boring.
It was kind of boring. It's weird to see something well acted but boring.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't okay.
Like I thought it was well acted. I thought they were acting well. It's just I didn't care about what was happening until about episode 5. But by then it's a little late
I didn't
in
care
an 8-episode
about that.
series.
What are you doing?
It's a little late in an 8-episode series. By episode 5, they say, "Oh, this is the interesting thing."
Yeah.
But then in the end, it kind of didn't work out. I guess. Maybe
I don't really know.
everybody died except
Yeah.
for that one dude's wife
And that chick.
and then a chick, and then they met a reporter, and then
The other dude.
they didn't do anything.
The other dude's wife who had the baby.
Yeah, his wife,
They all like lived
the
together.
gay guy's wife.
Yeah. They all like lived together with the baby. I was like,
Venezuela.
lesbians
But it's like
living with the
it's
baby.
I find it interesting. That whole him being gay storyline, I just hated.
Yeah, that was
Because
weird.
it seemed, I kept thinking, it's like, is this supposed to be based in a different decade? Because 2015, it doesn't seem like the whole, because everyone around him is like, we don't care.
Yeah.
Like if they had put on the pressure about like there being more about this, like it was harder for him because of certain pressures, but no one cared. And the perfect encapsulation is there's this sleazeball cop who apparently, even after he gets murked at one point in time, becomes very important because apparently he knew about these diamonds that suddenly we cared
Yeah,
about.
that was kind of weird.
I,
was like,
I
oh.
still don't know what the whole diamonds thing. I don't care. And all of a sudden we cared about these people. I just fuck the whole thing. It's
Yeah.
not good. It's actually not good. It's not good. I'm more confused. There's more going on, so you think it'd be more interesting, but it's not.
Yeah, it's actually.
I think there's a good story there, but they could have done a hell of a lot more with it. It's like it wasn't like there wasn't interesting shit going on. It's just I didn't care about it because they didn't make me care. But anyway, this sleazeball guy, this guy who is like, he is a misogynistic, sexist, pig asshole, right? He's drinking all the time on the job, despite, you're not supposed to do that. You're a cop, dude. And anytime was it Taylor Hitch, I think is what his name is. He's gay, but he can't tell nobody for reasons unknown. And he's like, because we know he's dealing with some shit, and apparently pretending to not be gay. And he says this thing about this bank teller, because I asked him where he was, and he goes, "Yeah, this bank teller, he was flirting with me." And he calls a bunch of slurs and everything. I almost punched him in the mouth. And the sleazeball cop looks at him and goes, "Why would you do that? Why?" Like, the one guy you think would have been like, "Yeah, get him." It's like, who gives a shit, man? Like, just get your shit done at the bank. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. No one else in this entire show was homo. Like, if they'd showed everybody being just horrifically homophobic and shit, it's like, alright, maybe. But it's like, besides his mom,
His mom
Yes.
just kind of used it against him. I don't think she was actually.
his mom was just weird. His
Yeah,
mom was
she
a
was, like,
weird person.
Weird
At one point in time, I thought she
stuff.
was going to hook up with her son. Remember that episode where she was like rubbing up on him and stuff? And it's like, what's going...
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, your room is still here," which I understand that if you know.
Yeah, the room part wasn't weird. It's when
Kid's
she
room
like
is still
got
there.
close to him and started
Yeah.
rubbing up, just like, I
Yeah,
can make you
that's
feel all
weird.
at home. And I'm like, well,
Yeah, I didn't like
I'm
that.
gay. Gotta go.
Yeah, well.
He always has to get on his motorcycle to run away from the gay.
Uh,
Gay. Which is so...
Well, she was like, rubbing up on him and being weird, and she's like, "You could stay the night in your room, your old room." And I was like, okay, it's not weird that she has his old room still there, whatever. Because she probably wouldn't use his room for anything else. But then, like, she started being all weird and stuff. And then,
What I found really funny is, like, there's a part of his story where he's like, before the murder that we also very quickly forget about happens. he's getting sued by this woman, so he's currently suspended because she claims that he asked her for a blowjob. Which he's like, I didn't do that, and we know he didn't do that because we saw what actually happened. He was going to give her a ticket.
Yeah.
And what I find really funny about that is he has the ultimate get out of jail free card here. He's like, I'm gay.
Yeah.
But he refused to use it because he's afraid. Now I get the fear of coming out, but at the same time, it's like the show gave no reason for him acting like this. It's like, yes, we can assume, but it's 2015, and the people he's around don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah.
like it never. Also, it doesn't feel like we're in the real world. Didn't that feel kind of weird?
Yeah.
Like in True Detective, we were obviously in 1995, and then we bounced around until we got to modern day, where they get the killer. It felt very like, this is Louisiana. There's some shady shit. We go to Beaumont, Texas at one point in time. This didn't feel real, and it felt very theatrical. Like they were all putting on a performance instead of...
Also,
Whereas in the last one, you're like, this dude's killing girls. Like, we gotta figure out what's going on. This felt more like, we're all gonna be cops and give our performance and shit. And it's like, all right.
Yeah, but also the thing about that one guy's mom is that she got really mad when he found out that his girlfriend was pregnant or whatever, and then he was like, "Oh, we're gonna get married," or whatever, and she got very weird about it. Like,
Can't do that, you're gay.
no, well, she said that second, but then she was saying something about the lady that he was with. I can't remember what she was saying, but it was like weird, and I was like.
But also, like, he seemed to... It was weird as there was a reason people didn't like him. It had nothing to do with his...
It's just because he was an asshole.
Well, no. I actually really liked his part of his character because he was the only one in the team that actually wanted to figure out what was going on. Like, none of the other cops in this team that they got really cared about... Well, I guess Rachel McAdams kind of did. But she got more on board later when she was trying to find that missing woman.
Yeah.
Also, Rachel McAdams hates sex workers in the show. Just hates them.
Yeah.
Just...
Which doesn't make sense to me.
And it doesn't make sense. She also hates cam girls and pulls her sister. I can't believe you're doing that. She's like, what? I'm in a house full of people. We're safe. No one's doing, like, it's on the internet. If they come to find us, guess what? They find a work address. They don't even actually know where we live. And what are they going to do? Take on, like, 40 people in the same house? It was really, really weird. But all strung out and doing porn. She's like, I haven't taken a drink in years. Like, I'm doing this... Oh, by the way, I got into college with this money that I'm using. And it's like, yeah, it's a cam girl. What's bad about that? She even goes to talk to her dad, who's a religious leader, and he's like, and as long as you don't show it to me, what's the problem? And he's like, what? There's lots of awful jobs out there. I wouldn't exactly call that one. She's getting to choose what she wants to do. It's okay. She's making money. She's not on drugs. She's not drinking. So... All right, so I can't believe you would be okay with this. He's like, well, as long as you're not showing me the videos, I really don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. It's like she doesn't have to be with other people.
Yeah.
It's all just her. It's like, I gotta raise my hand. I was like, fuck them people. Then you have Colin Farrell, the world's worst dad. Worst dad because he's really, really weird towards his kids. Like when he got him to tell him who cut up his shoes and stuff. Best dad because he handled the bully situation awesomely. Which is, he made the bully watch as he beat up your dad. You beat up my son, I fuck up your dad.
Yeah. Hey, can you put the pizza in the oven?
Not yet. It's not preheated yet.
It's been 10 minutes.
That says 9:04.
Okay.
Why would you just stop me in the middle of a show?
Because it's been 10 minutes.
Why don't you put the pizza in the oven? It's your pizza. I can't eat any of it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
You could tell
Great.
everybody about your diet.
So I don't know if you know this, but I can't.
It's so confusing to me.
I can't edit this. So
Yeah.
thanks for putting that in there.
Okay, but
I'm gonna throw stuff at you now.
no.
All right, back after the pizza debacle. Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, world's worst dad.
Yeah. Weird as fuck. This poor kid, though. Like, literally, this poor kid. The entire show, he just doesn't know what the fuck is
Yeah, it turns
going
out
on.
it is his son. That was the whole
Yeah,
thing.
the whole time.
Even though he looks nothing like him.
Yeah, he's a redhead. He's like a ginger.
He looks like none of his parents.
He's a ginger.
He's a
who's,
statistical
like, pasty.
anomaly.
Yeah.
He's got blue eyes and red hair. Both of his parents are brown hair.
Well, I mean,
That's fucked up.
the mom's hair could be dyed or the dad's hair could be dyed. You never know.
Blue eyes.
And grandparents can have blue eyes.
Yeah, but
You don't know that.
two brown-eyed people having a son with blue eyes.
The grandparents could have
You
blue
want
eyes.
to talk about the astronomical odds of that? I'm just saying, there was a reason he was worried. It's like two black people having a white baby. It is possible. It can happen. It has happened. It has caused some problems because it's happened, as you would imagine. But it is possible. I don't know if it can happen the other way, but it can happen. Melanin's weird. I've seen stuff on that. It's like a 1 in a billion chance, but it can happen.
Yeah. But yeah, I couldn't really focus on the show because I was just so bored. Like,
I didn't care. Like Hellraiser.
yeah.
That was awful.
I like the concepts of the characters. I liked all that. I liked all the cool stuff in it, but the storyline was a little boring and the pacing was boring. It just
It was
wasn't
a cool shootout.
wasn't intense enough. It wasn't interesting enough. But however,
It's not like they didn't have enough actors. The first show had the biggest name actors in the entire show was Matthew McConaughey and Wood Harrelson. Then I guess underneath that would be Michelle Monaghan or whatever, but she's not really all that well known. Beautiful and great actress, but and then I guess Starlight was one of the daughters later in the future, but like that caught me by surprise. But it's like there's not really any big people. It's just Woody Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey, and then this show has everybody. Everyone is in this show, and I don't care.
well, I was talking about Hellraiser, but yeah, this second season, I was like, I just don't
Sucks.
like the whole financial stuff. I didn't understand it, and I did not care. Like, it was so boring to me. It was just like, what?
There's a good concept there. You can make a
Like, it's a mafia thing or whatever, but I just did not understand it, and I just did not. It was so boring to me. And I hope this third season is better, because, like, I've heard really good things about this third season from you specifically. So I'm like, I just hope this third season is really good. I don't know what it's about yet.
Alright, I'm back. Someone walked outside. It was wrong. Yeah, our sewer valve is frozen because it's 5 degrees outside. So that's a problem when living in a camper.
Yeah.
You can only carry so much shit. Anyway, what were we talking about? Show being boring?
Yeah, the show was just
Or season
boring.
3?
Oh yeah, I hope this, because I've heard some good things about it from you and from, like, well, that's it. But
Apparently it's good. Apparently it has a very interesting concept from what I've seen. So.
yeah, I don't know what it's about you.
But not only are we going to watch that, because there's not really much to say about True Detective season 2. It's just bad.
Yeah.
Like
It's hard to follow.
I was thinking it was going to be people just didn't like it because it wasn't the same. But no, there's actually not a lot. There's so much going on that there's not enough going on. It reminds me very much of the Star Wars prequels.
Quantity over quality, I feel like, in this one. It's like so many different storylines, blah, blah, blah. It was interesting when that person shot him in the chest. That was interesting. But then, after that, I was like, okay, this is boring now.
In Crow Mask, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
not only are we going to watch season 3, also we're going to catch up on our other shows. And we'll discuss this in another podcast episode here in a second that we'll do. But we got
Oh, wait. Okay, so in the second season, there is a reference to the first season, I think, when there's this guy, he's got a crow mask in his car. Like, we see a guy, like, get into his car, but we can't see his face. But then he, like, puts down a crow mask or something.
Yeah, I remember it was that kid that was wanting revenge. That's why he killed all those people. That's who that was.
Oh, well, it was like that animal mask, and I'm like, so if all these seasons are these seasons supposed to be connected?
No,
Uh,
it's not. Season 1, season 2 are not connected currently.
I was thinking that's how they're connected.
Someone just knock.
I don't think so.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, not connected at all. I don't know about season 3. I know Night Country, which comes out in a few minutes, I think.
Oh my
I'm gonna
goodness.
stream it. That is because in the trailers they showed the serial killer symbol.
Oh, the circle thing? Yeah. Is Matthew McConaughey coming back?
I have no idea,
Oh my
Scarlett.
god, he's so sexy.
Also, probably not because they're in
The
Alaska
sexual
now.
awakening.
Oh my god, they're in Alaska. He went back to Alaska, didn't he? Because remember,
He may be in it now.
he went to Alaska. Shit.
Ah, yes! He's my
Maybe
sexual
they-
awakening.
Maybe it's possible. I mean, I don't know. All I know is we're seeing that symbol come back, and apparently it has to do with those killings. And it's in Alaska, and he talked about being in Alaska before he moved back to Texas and then Louisiana. So, like, it's very, very possible.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm just saying. But that's scary. Like, murder in Alaska is so scary to me for some reason because it's like
Alaska.
the elements can kill you, so somebody can just like stab you or shoot you and then just leave you there, and you'd either die of the cold first or you'd bleed out, and you don't know.
There's an interesting graphic novel that they made into a not a great movie called Whiteout, which is that it's a. I think it's the Arctic Circle. I think it's more north. It's either that or it's in Antarctica.
And there's like
And it's during a whiteout. It's like someone gets murdered and they got to figure out what's going on, but it's during a whiteout and it's anybody could die for any type of reason. You would never know. They'd be
Yeah.
dead for. They get covered up by snow and you never find them. Or by the time you find them, all the DNA's gone and there's nothing you could do. And it's the environment itself is so dangerous to begin with. Like it's like who gives a shit if he got murdered? If we stay out here any longer, we're going to die. It's like perfect place to
for
do
some reason it's just scary because apparently Alaska has a low population, and
Yep.
then apparently people would just go crazy out there for no reason. Like,
well, that's what happens when you go out in a cabin. There's no one for 400 miles in each direction.
and then flipping, like the movie 28 Days of a Night or something like that, the vampire thing.
Oh, you got that way wrong.
Whatever it's
It's
called.
30 Days of Night.
Whatever.
It's a great movie.
It's
Great
so
movie.
good. It's so scary. I'm like vampires, but like in Alaska or whatever they're in.
Alaska.
Yeah.
During 30 Days of Night.
And then the Thing, that scares the crap out of me.
The Thing is great.
Because they're
The
out in
Thing
the
is
middle
in
of nowhere.
is Antarctica.
Because like in Alaska, there's like towns and cities and stuff, but like in the Thing, they're out in the middle of nowhere. They're like at a base, so there's hardly anybody there except for the people that are being affected by this thing.
By the alien.
Yeah,
You seen it?
I've seen the remake. I haven't seen the original yet. I've seen
There's
scenes
been no
of the
remake. That was a
original.
prequel.
Well, whatever.
Look, it's not. That ain't your fault. So here's the quick history lesson on the Thing. So, the movie that everyone calls The Thing from the 80s is a remake. It's a remake of a 50s movie called The Thing of Another World. But no one cares about that movie. It's decent. But John Carpenter's The Thing, where they're in Alaska, Kurt Russell and everybody's turning into weird mutants and stuff. That's a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
They then made a sequel video game in the 2000s, which is really, really cool. Because the crux of the game is you don't know who the Thing is. And
Yeah.
the video game's AI doesn't know who the Thing is. So they think you could be the Thing, but you know you're not the Thing, so you have to prove you're not. It's pretty cool, very ambitious for something that was released in like 2001. And but guess what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
The Thing. It's just called The Thing. So that's a little confusing. Then they make a prequel.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happens in The Thing in the beginning of the movie is there's a dog getting away and they're trying to shoot it because it has the Thing. And it's these Norwegians.
Yeah.
Well, and then later on in the movie they find their base, which is everything is fucked. Well, this tells the story of what happened. What happened there. It's also called The Thing. So they weren't really giving you a whole lot of chances by calling 3 separate projects the same name.
Well, I'm talking about the newest one, like
That's the prequel.
2001 or
2011.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's a prequel.
That movie is good. I don't think I've watched it all the way through.
Well, if you
I've
think
watched
that movie's
part of
good,
it.
then you're gonna love the actual movie.
Okay.
'Cause that movie's not great.
Well, we watched. Tell them about what we watched. We watched Chrome School.
Hold on. This is about True Detective. Damn it.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's the next episode. That's on another episode.
Oh, okay.
God damn it. But anyway, Night Country. It starts. I think it premieres at 9. So we'll watch it then. Then we'll.
Apparently, it's Supernatural. Is what you said?
Scarlett, stop asking me questions I don't know the answer to. I haven't seen the show.
No, that's what you said. Is that
No, it ties back to the first season. I don't know.
No, you said
I said nothing.
you were reading something
No.
on your phone. You were like, apparently something about True Detective
Shh. Shh.
is supposed to be
Stop.
like.
Stop. No, Matthew's not in it now.
twists. What? Okay.
I've taken him out.
He's so sexy in the first season. Oh
Anyway.
my god.
Anyway. That's that. Don't watch True Detective Season 2. It's terrible. Just skip past it.
The first one is great. I liked
First
the
one's
first one.
fantastic. Yeah, it turns out everybody wasn't wrong this time. They were absolutely on the money. The
Yeah.
first season's fantastic. The second season's bad. Third season, I hear interesting things. So we'll get back to you. You'll know if we do like episode batch podcasts, it's probably pretty good. If you just see one says True Detective Season 3, it's probably not great. That's what we did here. We did not do anything. Because we were going to do one after the first episode and then watch.
Yeah.
But there wasn't much going on in that first episode.
Yeah, we're gonna eat our pizza and watch the True Detective. Are
That's
we gonna watch the
your
third
pizza.
season first, or are we going to watch the new one?
Stop asking me questions I don't know the answer to. Yet.
What?
I'm trying to end this thing.
Okay.